So, welcome to Net Tuesday. I kind of feel like we've got some brand new faces here today. New people, hands up. Yeah, we're looking at like a solid half of new folk. Welcome, we like new folk. We do this once a month, sometimes more than once a month. I know, Chad's already like giving me the dirty looks. Too often, he says. So, if you want to know more about nonprofit tech stuff, you've found the right place. So yeah, I'm going to tell you about Net Tuesday because you're brand spanking new. Veterans, I don't know, check your phones or something. You've been through this before. So Net Tuesday is this big crazy thing that lives in Vancouver, and we've been doing it for about 5 years now. There are 1,600 members, which makes us some kind of terrifyingly large meetup group. And our mandate is nonprofit folk, technology folk. We put them in a room and see if something good comes out of it. One of the good things that could come out of this is we have got a summer intern. Eva, give us a wave. So our summer intern is going to actually make sure that we have a little bit of party time. So if you don't need to rush home right after this to do your homework or something lame, you should join us at the Irish Heather. We're going to have a couple of beers and gossip. It'll be good. Come, you'll enjoy it. We are also here courtesy of the Hive, who has since September. Is that right? Well, how long have we been here?
January, I think.
What do I know? Chad gives me half a beer and I'm falling apart here. So we have been here courtesy of the Hive, who has been this extremely generous venue sponsor. We really, really could not do this without them. We know that because every time our venue falls apart, it takes us 6 months to recover. So if you've got your little Twitter boxes out, if you were to tweet at the Hive Vancouver and tell them that they are amazing and that this community would not be able to do what it does without them, I'd appreciate it. They'd appreciate it. And if you're not afraid of pen and paper, there's even like a little place for you to leave love notes for the Hive. There's a little box right on the counter out front. So if you want to draw a heart, maybe put like a little arrow through it. We've got all kinds of colored pens in the table back there. That could be your art project during today's presentation. We are also the beneficiaries of a pro account through Hootsuite. They allow us to be less obnoxious than we otherwise would be through social media. So we are grateful to our friends at Hootsuite for being sponsors. So if you really want more of that Hive goodness, know that you actually cannot get yourself a monthly desk rental here. They've got a waiting list because it's such a hot commodity. But if you wanted to hang out right here during the days through their hourly hot desk program, talk to the folks at the front desk. They'll take care of you. And yes, here we go. We have internet here. Does anyone actually need it? I'm going to give you 10 seconds because that's a complicated password with all kinds of uppercases and lower cases.
Also at the back, if anyone can't type as quick as Eli goes.
5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. So now that you got the internet, if you want to gossip at us during the course of this event, you can always use old @NetTuesday, #NTVan. Boom, boom. So we've already asked about new people. Love you, new people. But I also need to tell you about people who are not new because they're solid and true. These are the volunteers that actually make this event happen. They're actually scattered all around here. I see like David's and Vanessa's and Chad's and Stevie's in the back and Eva's, and we're kind of lucky people. Because it's not just me here waving my hands and making a fool of myself. Actually, there's a whole community of people making this happen. Stevie in the back, by the way, is making a Net Squared Surrey offshoot happen. So we're kind of jazzed about that, and I'll tell you more. Another thing is, at the end of all this rigmarole, we are going to give all of you up to 1 minute to share the crazy thing you're doing in your community. I've already got a couple people lined up, but if you've got a project you want to share, an opportunity, if you're looking for someone to collaborate with, this is your chance to get up here and have 60 seconds. Upcoming events, I promised them, here they are. There's about 15 on the calendar at the moment going out into October, but I'm not going to blow your mind right now. What I'm instead going to say is come here for July 2nd, and it'll be the first of an 8-part series on nonprofit video. We will eventually move it into its own space and time window, so we'll have regular first Tuesday of every month, random nonprofit tech issues. But then on that halfway point of the month, if you really want to go deep on video, we've got something for you. And if you're not afraid of the SkyTrain, you can go to Surrey, June 24th. We're actually bringing out some heavy hitters, I think. So we've got both Darren Barefoot and Ms. 604 who are going to come out and talk about different aspects of what they call the mobile revolution. It'll be everything from responsive design to what is a Twestival and why should I care? I know, you're like, Twesta what? We'll tell you more. So that's enough for me talking. We are kind of lucky to have Alan. Alan joined the Net Tuesday meetup a couple months ago, and when I sort of looked at like where he worked and what he did, I quickly determined that I wasn't going to let him sit in the audience and actually I was going to put him to work. So here we are. Alan is Associate Director of Digital Marketing at Cardinal Path, which is a local agency. He'll tell you all about that. But what you need to know is he's like, really, he does training. Like it's a large part of his gig. So if you actually want to figure out like, what is this Google AdWords stuff and how can it make my work more awesome and help build a community, Alan's got words for you. Let me get out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our Alan.